I am breaking my back doing this work. I put it every single day, in the minute, in the seconds. You got to go all the way. You got to know that's how you become a champion. You put the work in, you break your back. You might even call yourself a broken fool for doing this weight, pumping and lifting it and putting it up in the air. You got to understand this is a champion's way to put your body into the limit, like no pain, no gain. You got to understand this is the flow of a champion. You got to say you're not a broken fool for lifting this weight. You can go the mile. You got the state of mind. You are a champion. You got to say it to yourself. You got to understand the moment. You got to understand the experience you get into your mind. They're saying you are a champion. You got to get it there and get it all night, day and long. You know, this noise pollution stops you doing your workouts. You got to understand you got to be a champion. You got to know when the noise pollution starts. When it starts at night, you start your workouts, you put it all day and night. You got to understand you are a champion. You got to get this flow in your mind. You got to understand the position you're in and where you started, to see this experience in your mind, to know you are a champion. You got to know this is the way of life, the way of putting your body to the next limit, to the next level of your state of mind as well. You got to understand you are a champion for knowing this. You know what your limits are, and you pushed it and increased it, and you went all the way, like pump it and lift it all the way up to the ceiling, like the ceiling came off, it got blown off with you being a champion. You got to understand this flow is trying to reach a place of mind. You got to know where this is going, where you understand what you know about you have to lift those weights, the position of your legs, the way you stand, the way you lift it, the way you pump it, the way you lift it up the air. You got to put it all the way up there. You weigh 100, lift 100 by your height. You got to put it all the way up there, the 100 above the sky. You got to know this flow. It's blue, and you got to know it hurts. You know this might state of mind. It goes to say you don't care, you don't love it every single day. You got to know the state of mind. Just say don't care. You know you don't care because it's such a flow. It's the mind. It's so powerful. When you lift this weight, you count to 100 and you count to another 100, and you know you pass the test. You know you are a champion, and you know this flow is gonna get you there. You know this way of the mind. You understand. You walk for hours and a half, and you know you're a champion for doing that, and then you go for another 45 minutes every day of the week, and you know you're a champion for doing that. You done the record, you got the statement, you know you done this record of statements. You got to know this flow of mine is to try to reach a champion way. You got to know this flow is trying to reach a champion way. Don't let my heart skip because I want to be a champion. You know you got to lift it and pump it, even if it breaks your back, and then the next day have a rest if you really want to.